everybody, it's Gypsy, and today is Sunday, August 4th, 2024, and it's time for my weekly gardening update. It has rained so much around here this past week. Things were different. Yesterday, it was just a deluge all day yesterday, so I did not get out here. But anyways, I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so my cottage garden is look at me, my lavender has really grown. My valerian, isn't it gorgeous? Everything is just looking so beautiful in my cottage garden. I just love it. That is my barrage. I can't wait till that blooms. Moth mullein, mugwort. I got a calico aster back there. I love this. I love it. My mint in here is doing good. It's getting a little yellow because with so much rain. My pumpkins are going crazy. Look at this is the first pumpkin I got. It was my first one. So this one is this is about the full size it gets. These are sugar pumpkins. They're used for baking, cooking. And so I am, trying to make little hammocks for them to hold them up so they're not, their weight isn't breaking the vines since I started trellising them, which I think is working really well. Got another one there. I have a whole bunch of pumpkins in here. My daughter-in-law's gourds are doing great, just going all over the place. I have not done my morning harvest yet, or what I also do in the morning is I tie up things that need to be tied, which is like every day. Between cucumbers, beans, tomatoes, pumpkins, gourds, every day I have to tie things up. I did get a few more pumpkin plants here. So I will have plenty of canned pumpkin puree, I could talk, to last me through the year. I am also planning on selling some sugar pumpkins at my booth, which we reopen in about a month. So I will be selling those in the fall. The greenhouse is my tomato jungle. It's another thing I have to catch up on, as you can see. They do need some trimming. These are the Mexico midgets. They grow like crazy. Little tiny cute tomatoes. Everything's green in here now. I'm seeing like a cycle. So it's like I'll get a whole bunch at one time, then I have a bunch of green, wait for that. So yeah, I do need to get in here, spend a little bit more time in here. I just have not been able to this week with the weather and everything going on. It's probably too late in the year for this. I've never done this before. So if anybody knows about growing sweet potato slips, I only have a few here. I love sweet potatoes, but I'm in zone 6 and it is August 4th and I'm probably too late, but I don't know. Just give me some advice. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Absolutely none. So the outdoor garden, looking good. So proud of my garden. It will be expanded next year because not enough room for me. The new Brussels sprouts are doing great. After I removed the spring Brussels sprouts because it had such a bad infestation, I have not seen anything else in here. Like moths, there's no evidence of being eaten or anything. So everything's looking good. This is my cabbage. It's looking great. My peppers, you know how I said their growth was stunted and everything. Well, I don't think I'm as far behind as I thought. I've got this little jalapeno here, another one there. I have more coming. My chocolate beauty bell pepper. I thought I saw one coming, but now I don't. Let me put my glasses on, see if I can find them. But yeah, my peppers are coming along finally. So I'll be able to make my salsa. I created my own salsa recipe, so. Oh, there it is. There's one right there. I cannot wait to try these. They're so beautiful. They do look like chocolate. There's another one. So these are coming. My bell peppers. I have a lot coming on my bell peppers. These are the ones. I bought a bell pepper or two last year from a local farmer. I saved the seeds, and this is what I got. So this basil plant needs to be cut back. I should be dehydrating some basil again. I go through that like. And these are the broccoli. They're doing really good. So I think by the time it gets really cold, they'll be well established. My lima beans are coming along. The most beautiful flowers on here. Some were purple, like a lavender, and some were white. I don't know if they're changing colors as they get bigger. I'm not sure. But I should be seeing, lima beans coming really soon because I had a lot of flowers. They were so beautiful. Now, on the 29th, today is the 4th, I planted bountiful beans, which are like a string bean, and without the string. 6 to 7 inch pods, which I'm very pleased with. It said, 8 to 14 days to germination. I did read, however, that sometimes beans will sprout within like 4 days. And I saw like 3 days. I'm going, is that a little, bean coming up? I'm like, how could that be? But they were little beans coming up because look at this. I've got all these beans, and these are bush beans, so I should be okay with these trellis. My gorgeous, gorgeous asparagus. My San Marzano sauce tomatoes, plum tomatoes, they're doing great. They're just starting to turn. So, don't mind the mess of my tomatoes. I have to get out here. See, I got one back there. I don't know if you could see it. It is starting to turn red. So these are going to be safe for sauce. I have more that I have propagated in the greenhouse. Look at the size of that. These are called Beefy Boy tomatoes, and they are for sandwiches. I don't see these turning yet. They're just growing and growing and growing like crazy. I have more Mexico midgets here. Look, I just hit the tomatoes. I'm so excited about my tomatoes. I've also started making a list of things I want to add to next year's garden and what I want to take out, where I want to expand and make changes. So I'll talk about that one day. This bed is now the fall carrots. And with the fall carrots, unlike this, when I did them in the spring, I'm just going to leave them. Now, I did do that up until recently. I needed the bed, so I took out the last few carrots. They were nice size. I'm just going to leave them and harvest them as I need them throughout the winter, because the root vegetables are in the ground, and I think they'll be good. So, don't have to worry about crowding my fridge. Now, this is my cucumbers, only 2 plants. I know, I talk about this constantly. Now, right now I just have a bunch of tiny cucumbers. I suspect by the end of the week I'll have a good crop. But week before last was my first crop. I got 5, which came out to approximately a little over a pound. I made 2 pints of bread and butter pickles. Then this past week, I got 2 pounds of cucumbers. And I made 3 pints of dill pickles. So, I'm impressed. I am going to plant even more of these next year. I will not screw it up and end up with only 2 plants, though. So I'm very, very excited about that. More tomatoes, of course. It's a jungle, but there's a whole bunch of green ones in there Some just turning. These are the Mexican midges. Man, the flavor. These are so good for salads or just to snack on. Just pop them in your mouth. They're so good. Yeah, so tomatoes are doing fantastic. That does it for the outdoor garden. Let's go take a look at the berries. I'll show you what I did this week. Yeah, I got a couple things done, but not much. I mean, it just really, really rained and rained. And we have not had extremely hot weather this summer. It's been most of the time in the 80s, but today I think is the last day for the 80s because when it rains this much, that's one of my blueberry plants. That's, what do they call that? It's an Aurora high bush. It's made for colder climates, which means it'll do well through the winter. There's another one. So those are first year. These are my red raspberries that I bought in May. And they were about yay tall. They just don't stop. Uh-oh. You know why it rained? It's because I dusted all my berries with diatomaceous earth. And I've noticed anytime I dust anything with diatomaceous earth, it rains immediately. And I don't mean just rain. I mean, it's like build an ark rain. There's the other one. Now this one is my wild black raspberry and that I transplanted from the edge of the woods. It's just, I have to tie that one up. I built this trellis for it this week. Really seems to be enjoying it. I got to tie that up. And because of the rain, as you can see, I did not prepare another bed for my runners, which I am also will be selling in the spring. So my berries are just, these are ever bearing, of course. It is August and I'm getting berries still. They're doing fantastic, really great. Next year, I'm going to be adding in Wendy's strawberries. Very, very good for baking pies and making jam. So, I think that's it. Can't think of anything else this week. So, I am going to leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.